Plants have feelings too, you know. Can't you see how they change with the seasons? Can't you see how they react to the different changes in temperature, to the different water in the soil, to the different nutrients? Can't you see that plants can feel too? I greet a tree every morning when I walk to my bus stop. She's beautiful, yeah. She has feathered leaves and jagged branches that contrast against the sunlight. And when the sun shines on her leaves, she glows. She's beautiful, all right? Now, if plants didn't have feelings, how could she take my anger away when I greet her? You know, I don't know about you, but you gotta have feelings to do that, right? And also, don't you just feel so grounded when you go outside in the morning or afternoon or evening or whatever, and you just lie on the grass or stand on the grass, man, or you sit under a tree and you watch the leaves fall on your face. You know, how could you not think plants have feelings if that's the case? And then think of this too, right? When a plant is diseased, when its leaves become bulbous or there's aphids or some mold growing on it, or when it has some of the, black frost eating at it as well, does it not feel different? A little disgusting, a little scary at the same time. I don't think the feelings of a plant come from the plant itself, but the feelings of a plant come from how they make us feel. Obviously, that's what feelings are in the first place, are they not? Reactions to the environment that you're in. That's a feeling, it's a reaction. Now, plants react, sure, but how do we quantify a feeling? Are we to individualize a tree and say it's an individual itself? Or are we going to take a more general perspective on emotions and feelings and say that it's feeling because of how it makes me feel? It's feeling because the energy it gives off is contagious. That's what feeling is. That's the feeling that plants have. That's why plants can feel. Because they give you feelings. I also like how it feels when I eat the plants. I won't lie. So like potatoes are great, dude. Also carrots. What about like spinach? Dude, my grandmother, she makes this beautiful spinach. Spinach, I don't know, it's like some lettuce or something. Puts it in a salad with some vinegar, and that tastes delicious. I eat that up. Plants have feelings, man. They make me feel amazing. It tastes good. It tastes good. But yeah, genuinely, plants have feelings. From a certain perspective, of course. I guess generally, if you were to individualize a tree, right? If you were to say this is a thing, it's an individual, and it still has feelings, I would believe you as well, because inherently feelings are just reactions to certain conditions in an environment, right? I feel engaged right now because I enjoy doing this, right? Because you're here, and that's so cool. Thanks for being here. No, I feel engaged because I'm partaking in a certain activity. Plants feel engaged when they have water in their roots and a sun in the sky, you know. And of course, also under different environments, they have their own personalities, which is something else which is really cool too, isn't it? You know, there's an elephant's leaf tree plant thing. I think it's called elephant's leaf. It's like a jungle plant. Its leaves are huge. Its leaves are huge. I think it's called elephant's ear. Yeah, its leaves are huge. I planted it when I was 13 with my mother, and through the half droughts where we forgot to water it because it's a jungle plant. It needs water, and all that. It died and grew back two new ones, and it's been doing this for a while now. There are 10 of them. There are 10 plants now. I don't think they have seeds. They just keep growing. Anyway, has a whole different personality to the olive tree it's growing underneath. Olive tree is it looks dry. okay? But the elephant's ear, that thing is dark green. It looks so juicy, you know. That's the difference. That's the personality. And under each in different circumstances, each of them have different emotions, different reactions to the environment in which they're in. So yes, individualizing plants, still they have emotions. But that's not very practical to us, is it? No, sir. You know, I think I'd still eat something if it had an emotion. I think I'd still use it like a tool, because you just have to. I'm sorry, you know, vegan is a stretch, but then if we were to say plants have feelings too now, and what am I gonna eat? The sun, dude? I'm not a plant myself. Okay, this is taking it a bit too far. Um, Maybe it's okay to eat things that have feelings, even if they do make us feel a certain way. Okay, which is, I don't know if that's true, but I'm assuming it is because it makes life a little better, and a bit easier to navigate. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if anything has a feeling, it matters how it makes you feel and how you deal with those feelings. Now, I'm not going to eat a human being or a baby, even though they do give me some strong, powerful emotions. But that's not the point. I'm not talking about eating things. I'm talking about comparable to animals, plants. Yeah, they have emotions. Animals, yeah, you could say they have emotions too. They react to their environments. They have feelings. They feel danger and instinct. I remember seeing a giraffe not want to drink from a water hole because I accidentally waved my hand outside of the bird box. I don't know. If you don't know those terms, gotta get into the safari, dude. But yeah, he felt scared. You know, that's the case. I don't. Of course, plants do not have the same feelings that we will associate with animals and humans, but they still have feelings nonetheless. They can sense danger. There's a specific type of plant that when you touch it, it closes up. Is it not like, dude? What do you think? Do plants have feelings? Yes, yes, they do. That's my whole point. They have feelings. And you can see the reflection of them in us. If you look at like trees in the middle of an urban environment, they're still growing. You know, they're relentless. That's survival right there. That's what survival does. It's relentless. You know, even if you're in survival mode, if you're given the opportunity to thrive, well, survival is the base for that, right? It's the foundation. We can see, you know, where I live in Joburg, it's an urban jungle. Apparently, it's not a jungle. Who told you that? It just has more plants than most cities. Like, it's not a jungle though. But there are plants everywhere you look, and that really inspires a sense of groundedness in you. Because that's what we do share with plants. That's what we can feel from them. That's what can be reflected back at us. Groundedness. That deep sense of how things are. And when you cut a tree down, what do you feel? Because I know even if you're a lumberjack or something of the sort, you do feel like a great big thing has now fallen. You know? It's this sense of letting go, of accepting that something has now happened. And that's the same thing when something is diseased, like a plant is diseased. And you see those bulbous, I don't know what type of disease that is, but it's happening to so many plants. There's like, sorry, there's like some bulbous balls on all of them. It's like, what's going on? And then you look inside and there's these little bugs crawling out, these white things. Anyway, when you look at that, you feel the same sense of unease that you would if you looked at it from an animal. You literally are killing something, or something is dying whenever you break it or harm it. And I guess that's the nature of life that we have to accept. That is, even if plants have feelings, animals have feelings, and everything has a feeling to it, sometimes it has to be done. Sometimes it happens. And that is always reflected in our own human experience. Sometimes things have to go the way that they go. Sometimes they do go the way that they go. And it stinks, and it's a little uneasy. And you can't really avoid that in any form of life, as long as we, have our human experience to base it off of. Plants have feelings, bud. Remember it. Yeah. Thanks for listening to my impromptu, unprepared speech on how plants have feelings. It was really fun to talk about. See you in the next one, brother.